Hey everyone, thank you very much for being here again. A big hug from Switzerland, from Guglielmo Po, Director of Reconnective Academy International. It's a honor having all of you here. I can see some known faces that is making me happy, and also some new faces that is making me happier. That's always important to reach, with the reconnective healing, with the consciousness of reconnective healing, all of you. This call that with our great Cecilia Sams we are going to present to you is called Begin Your Journey to Healing. So, starting, the first steps going to the healing. Let's immediately observe one important topic. So, what is healing? What is healing? This is fundamental because if we have, to go in a certain direction, we have to know which is this direction and where are we arriving. In our perspective, healing, it's a return to the balance. It's a return to your harmony. It's a return to who you are in truth. We are not focalized just in physical healings, even if they are very interesting and very clear, let's say, witness of what we are doing with the reconnective healing. But what we are doing actually is making you return who you are in truth. I understand that if you are here for the first time, you are expecting the magic formula, to make disappear symptoms, to make disappear some kind of illness. And why not? It can be possible for you, of course. But we are going deeper and deeper to find, what is healing in truth. And healing is a perfect state of balance. Balance between what? Between all the parts of yourself. We are used in here, in the three-dimensional world, in the duality, in the time, in the space, to segment yourself in very different parts. So I heard many times from also friends, I have to admit, phrases like, oh, I can't stop smoking because my mind is not permitting to me. Or, for example, well, I would like to lose some weight, but my mind really needs to eat something when I'm stressed. But the question is, who is your mind? It's you. So, continuing fragmenting ourselves, continuing fragmenting everything it's around us, it's putting us in the condition to create excuses and to don't go direct to the goal. What is doing reconnective healing? Why is so important reconnective healing in the life of many of us that we are here today, present to this call? Reconnective healing, actually, we said it's a return to the balance. How is possible that energetical, I can say modality, I can say technique, I can say really um, energetical. Cecilia, what is reconnective healing? Energetical thing. I want to say energetical it, like Gillian likes to tell. No, um, can can have these kind of results of myself. We have to understand that the laws of the three-dimensional worlds are different than the laws of the one. Let's start from the perception and from the idea that all of us, we are one. We are all in a unified field. We are living in this field, and all of us, we are connected. So not just all the parts of of ourselves are connected between themselves, but also we are all connected each other. And this one, that is all of us, that is all of our consciousness, it's all of our experiences, it's everything is around us, created this universal game, this universal monopoly, to do what? To know himself. And all the experiences that we are passing in this life are experiences of the one to know himself. I understand that when we have a physical problem or when we are challenged by something that is uncomfortable for us, painful, sad, we are observing this thing that is happening in our life like something wrong, negative. And in this position, in this mindset, we create positive things and negative things. Okay. The goal for ourselves is really to do a step back. It's become, instead of actors of our life, observers of our life. Instead of reacting to the things going against it, it's more important to understand which is our goal, which is our real goal, which is our real reality, and returning to our reality, we will be able to move forward. It's very common that after a bad experience, some of us admitted that without this bad experience, something positive was not happening. Okay. My life is full of of these episodes, and starting from the physical problem of my brother, but without which I was not absolutely able and interested in the energetical kind of healings. I was not absolutely interested in share it with the others. And actually, I can say that he was, the kick in the ass of the universe to bring me again to my reality. I can say that I was ill before meeting Reconnective Healing. Of course, I was full of health. I was absolutely younger because it's year and years that I am involved in this. But my illness was a life that was not my life. So I was feeling totally out of the place. I was a lawyer. And you can imagine which kind of uh, very strong issues has a lawyer energetically because it's always in the non-harmony. Let's tell it in a very gentle way. It's always in the litigations, it's always in the court of laws. So it's always in places where the pain and the sufferings are in every corner, and it was not for me. What is doing reconnective healing? It's giving a kind of healing that is transcending, as said, the physical body, and is transforming our life. When we are interacting with these frequencies, something very interesting and profound is happening to our system. To the balance that scientifically was observed even from institutions very important like Stanford University, University of Arizona. So it's something, it's changing your field. Something is changing dramatically because the entropy, that is the natural law that is telling that everything here in the three-dimensional world is falling apart from the order to the disorder. Well, in reconnective healing is doing the opposite. From the total disorder is returning to the order. This return to the order we call healing. And the return to the order is also getting out from a toxic relationship, for example. Return to the order is, for example, in my case, change work and do something that is much more, let's say, coherent with your soul, with your inner part, with who you are in true. A healing is also discovering part of yourself that you never known before. And this is all a general benefit that we, with reconnective healing, we are having continuously. Because once that you are interacting profoundly, like in the training programs, with the reconnective healing frequencies, the reconnective healing frequencies will be always with you. You can't stop to heal after them. You can stop to evolve after this deep interaction. And this is what is amazing and what is making me running from a call to the other and sharing with all of you my enthusiasm about reconnective healing. I want to introduce you, after this long introduction about reconnective healing, Cecilia Sams, that is the person that mostly can explain you what is healing and what is your journey to healing, because she is one of the members of the Reconnection since the first discoverings from Dr. Eric Pearl in California. So Cecilia, I would like to give you the honor to introduce Reconnective Healing to these beautiful individuals that tonight here, no, not tonight there, okay, are coming and listening from us.
Hello, thank you so much, Guillermo. Welcome. Hi, everyone. I am Cecilia Sams, and I am honored to be here with all of you. And it is the topic is begin your journey to healing. And for me, healing is it's a return to balance. Yes, it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's on levels that you don't always recognize, you don't always understand. Sometimes the healing comes in a physical form to get you to look for help, to get you to look for areas where you haven't searched before. Perhaps the medical doctors aren't able to assist you, and so you go to the alternative ways, and that's where you find the energy work, the work that is scientifically proven, but they can't understand it either. So you come in to fix that thing that has been an issue with you physically, and you find that there are shifts emotionally, spiritually, mentally that are happening, and life with your family, life with your work, life with your community begins to shift, and people become kinder. People become nicer and easier to communicate with. And as you're recognizing how nice everybody is being, you realize that thing in your body has shifted. That thing in your body has now softened and is easier to move through, or maybe it's gone completely. The thing is, the physical issues often get us to look for something because it's painful, it's hurtful, it's hard to move through, but it's just a symptom of something deeper and bigger that is going on. And so you find the healing is on a much different level than what you had initially sought to begin with. So healings are going to open up and transform and shift and allow you to return to that state of balance, that negative entropy, and return to a place where you can make new decisions, make new choices, and live a new life if you wish. But definitely it will be something that will help soften the feelings of tension that had been in the relationships before. So the healing is going to be a surprise for many people. They won't recognize that it's happening oftentimes because it doesn't need to be a big jolt. It doesn't need to be black and white. It doesn't need to be something that is so enormous, because it is healing. It's soft. It arrives in a way that you can recognize, that you can easily slide into it oftentimes. Yes, there are those who have huge stories that it was a big shift for them, but that's appropriate for them. It's only going to be showing itself to you in a way that you are able to accept it when you're ready. Yes? So, William.
Yes, thank you very much for this deep introduction about really what is reconnective healing. For who really don't know anything about it, so I want to tell a little bit of story because it's important to introduce it to all of you. It's not something that myself or Cecilia discovered. It was discovered by Dr. Eric Pearl, that was a chiropractic in Los Angeles, a very famous one, and discovered that these sorry, good, thank you. That the interaction between him and his patients was very, very deep. And when he was just moving a little bit his hands, something was happening on the massage table. From this starting point, and an incredible story that was described in the book The Reconnection, Heal Yourself, Heal the Others. He started to teach reconnective healing to the others. And so many important institutions like the United Nations and like Dr. Oz, etc., were very interested into this topic. He started to teach, and I was to one of these training programs after years that he was already famous. And I have to say that my life changed totally. All the problem of cerebral palsy of my brother started to begin softer and easier to be managed. The epileptic crisis that he had just disappeared, and continuous and very profound evolution started in his life and in my life. And from this topic, let's say from this happening in my life, I really started to being interested also to share and to collaborate with the reconnection. And this is how I arrived step by step, slowly, slowly, to this important role to be director of the academy, that is the institution that is creating all the training programs around the world, and it's organizing all the teachings from the practitioner to the mentor and instructor. So it's an important responsibility. So what we are learning during these programs, what is actually the agenda that has your soul if you are here? Well, it's very interesting because it's more what we have to forget that what we have to learn. Why I'm telling it? Because reconnective healing actually it's for everyone. You don't need to have any kind of background. You don't need to be a doctor, a nurse, or a psychologist, or an expert of energetical healings. It's even better, actually, if you don't know anything about it, because you will be open to leave the frequencies interact with you and became a part of you in the deep of your heart. Um, reconnect what we are doing at the training program. Step by step, we are starting to remove fears. We are starting to explain you that some fake news about of the energy were told in the past. Not in a bad way, but of course, let's say some mistakes happened because of the fear of some masters, of from the superstition that is coming sometimes from some cultural systems. And it's for this reason that in reconnective healing, we are not using any technique or any ritual. Okay, because the technique, of course, the technique actually has a goal uh, at a ontological level. So the technique, if you're mastering it, you don't need anymore the technique. So we are going directly to the next step. You have to transcend the technique. Okay, and the ritual, it's all, let's say, the theatral needs of your mind to permit yourself to be yourself. So I have to put, I don't know, the bats wings in in the pot, and then the tongue of the snake, and then the venom of the spider, and then because you did that, you can do something. And this is absolutely wrong. You are always able to do something. You are doing all these kind of things just because you are cheating your mind and giving her the possibility to reach something that you are already, okay, using these tools that are out of you. But in the holistic world, we are still in this kind of superstition when we think that a crystal is helping us to heal our friends, when we think that we are not enough to heal just with our resources, and we need to call, I don't know, beings from other dimensions or other planets. And for example, we need to create strange symbols on the forehead of the person, because in this way you will open a channel for him and for his healing. All of this actually, I'm not telling that it's not working, but of course it's very old-fashioned. It's very old-fashioned because it's coming always from the idea that we are living in the duality, and that the duality is true, when we know from the philosophy, from the religion, from the science, we know from every kind of path that you are running in this moment, that this is again just an illusion. The dualistic world is not existing. It's just a perception that we have of the giant universal hologram that we are. Okay, so why don't jump immediately, okay, to the next step? Why we have to redo the evolution again and again? It's like if every baby that is just having his birth, okay, in this moment has to restart from the stone, the wheel, and the fire. No, like Fred Flintstone, like the monkeys, etc., etc. Is not making sense. Eric was the door for this consciousness. We are facilitating it under his guidance, and we are actually responsible to bring you directly to the next level. Bringing you to the next level, what does it mean? It's making you a free person, and this is something that the age of today it's very important. Why you will be free after the interaction with us and the frequencies of reconnective healing, because you will not have anymore the fear to be not enough in general in the life, not just in healings. You will release your fears because you know that the fear is just a self-judgment that is not needed, okay, anymore, because you know that you are the universe itself. Why I can tell that you are the universe itself? Because the astrophysics and important universities like the University of Maastricht are telling us that the whole universe is a hologram. And which is one of the qualities of the hologram? One of the qualities of the hologram is that if you are cutting it in small pieces, every piece is replicating the same whole. It means that every piece has the full information of the universe. Wow. But we just tell a few minutes ago that we are part of this one. It means that inside us we have the full informations of the universe. Well, logically, the answer is yes. We will help you to find this consciousness. We will help you again to find who you are in true. And this has, of course, from, let's say, the spiritual side, a very important meaning, but also from the practical side. What is happening when I know again who I am? I'm driving my life in a different way. I make decision faster and I can release situation that I don't like and I can go through the path that I really want to do, including, of course, physical issues, including, of course, mental issues, including, of course, the evolution of your life. With these frequencies of reconnective healing, you have the key to return to the one. The training programs that we are facilitating since years were called the one experience. So the experience to be one with yourself, but to be one with everything else in the universe, to recognizing your potential. We've seen after the session of reconnective healing and the reconnection, people developing incredible skills that they didn't even thought that they had. This is what is amazing. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to be the universe. And don't think that I'm crazy telling that you're the universe, but go to the paperworks of the university and learn how the universe is a hologram. And then just do a syllogistic, okay, thought like Platone was telling us, okay, and that's all, okay. 1 + 1 is 2. Nothing else. This is so easy that you will be surprised. In 2 days, you will be able to facilitate reconnective healing for the others, for yourself, by distance, holographically, but I think you already understood how to do it holographically after my words. Okay? With 2 more days, you will learn the reconnection. There is a very special way to use the frequencies of reconnective healing in a specific pattern of points and lines of the body. Let's tell in this way for the moment to don't spoiler you too much. Okay, it's a very incredible system that is changing continuously the life of the others. Cecilia,
Yes.
what else to share? So to bring these people to the journey to the healing, how to begin it?
Well, I would just like to share that what brought you into this room was your own personal story, your own personal desire. It intrigued you. And that's what we encourage when you come to the program. We want you to be intrigued by what you're going to be experiencing. We want you to be in a childlike state. We want you to look at things with new perceptions, new eyes, new wonder, that anything is possible and everything is possible. And I don't know what's going to show up, but I'm excited for whatever shows up. Be in a place where I'm just excited that I see this person and their eyes begin to flutter. And in watching their eyes, oh my goodness, my body is fluttering. I am vibrating. I am sensing and knowing and being present with them as they are me. Because this is what you're going to experience if you allow yourself to be the observer in this engagement. When you become childlike and look at everything as if it's brand new, there's no judgment because it's all brand new. I don't know what's going to happen. Allow yourself to be there and receive it. What people find when they come to this work, as they're engaged with the people that they're working with, the book is called Heal Others, Heal Yourself, because as I'm engaged with you with these frequencies, I can't help but receive it myself. I am receiving it. And so I begin to shift. And when we allow ourselves to recognize the vibrations, the sensations, the things that are happening within ourselves, whether you recognize it or not, you're clearing away the clutter and you're allowing yourself to listen with all of your senses. And in this, you will also open to your heightened abilities. People often say, I feel more in tune with every body. I feel more aware of my surroundings. I can hear information by just looking at someone. And it's true. Your senses become heightened in ways that I can't describe because it's going to be unique for you, for each of us. And that is how we recognize we are one with each other. When we allow ourselves to receive with the observation, with the childlike wonder of anything can happen, you know yourself as one. It's a beautiful thing. Yes?
Yes, absolutely. So, another important part of what we are doing, doing our first steps in the journey of our healing, it's recognizing our responsibility. It's absolutely common and it's absolutely fun how sometimes my clients are asking me sessions for something that is happening in their life. Okay, I have a very clear example from this woman from Turin, the northwest of Italy, and she wanted a session for her house. How is possible to do a session to her house? It was not possible to me because reconnective healing is facilitated to the humans, to the animals, and to the plants. So everything is alive. Okay, of course, the house was not alive. But she insisted, I want absolutely a session for my house because I don't feel after years and years any more comfortable. The house changed. There are negative energies inside. Something is happening and I can't control it. So I said, my lady, I can do a session to you. Maybe it's also changing what is around you. She was convinced. Perfect. And she disappeared. Never heard anything else about her. After 1 month, around 1 month, the nephew of this lady called me for another reason, presenting himself like the nephew of this lady. And she said to me, I am the nephew of the lady, so I'm curious. Was not extremely professional, but I asked, so what is going to the house of the lady? She wanted to sell it. So did she sell it? And he said, absolutely not. After your session, she was totally okay. But not just with the house, with also us. We were in an argument, and she came and she said sorry for her mistakes. And actually, she was really changed. And listen, she changed totally just by a distance healing. I said, you see? This was my one of my moments in which the bulb is turning on in my mind, telling, you see, we are always giving the responsibility of our happiness, of our healthcare, of our wellness, of our joy, of our life to something external. The lady was sure that the house had something against her, but actually it was her internal mood that was changing. It was an imbalance of her, and being an imbalance of her, well, who needed the session was not the poor house that is just concrete. It was her. And it's happening so many times. And it's happening also in the relationship when we are in an argument, for example, with a partner, always, etc. You changed, you are negative against me, you. And sometimes it's true. I'm not telling that so no, it's not true. But many times it's us. And you see how much really the people is changing and it's evolving. Another very fun example was a lady, a young lady from Milan, that came for the reconnection, directly for the reconnection, and then I don't heard anymore from her since she called me again for the healings. So she did it upside down. Okay, fantastic. I supposed, but I was wrong. I supposed that the reconnection was so amazing that she wanted also to experience the healing. So when she came in my practice of Milan, I asked her, "So how was the reconnection? Because you are here again." So, and she said, "To me, it's not happened anything." But I have to tell you something. My parents at home, just after the reconnection, said to me that I changed totally, that I improved because I had this bad mood all the time and now I am absolutely more sweet. But also the colleagues at work, they said to me that I'm much more productive. So and all of them, they were also verbalizing it to me. And the friends said to me that again, I changed it in a very positive way. I have to say, I don't recognize it. So to me, I was always like this, but everyone around was reporting it. I thought at a certain point that was a joke, but my friends, they don't know my colleagues, and my colleagues, of course, they don't know my parents, and they don't know each other, and all these people in the same range of time were reporting me the same things. So I have to say, it's the reconnection. Why is happening this? And sometimes people is not recognizing the gift because it's happening in a very natural way. Reconnective healing is the power of the nature to heal itself. It's a power that is everywhere in every moment. It's, if you are religious, the way in which God is manifesting his healings to the others, the miracles. I don't like to think that miracles, that we're facilitating miracles because it's not okay. So I don't want to tell it. But I want to tell that what is a miracle? a miracle. It's a healing that is not explainable with the scientific research that we have now in 2024. Maybe in 2050, the research is going forward and it's observing how these frequencies are, interacting with you. Or again, maybe never we will discover how it's working, but we know that this is working. And the first step to start the journey to your healing, it's to do one step forward and decide to start to interact with these frequencies. Can be having a distance healing, can be reading the book of Dr. Eric, can be participating to a training program, can participating to these calls, okay, participating to a retreat, or just having a reconnection. So we are always expecting that the universe is doing something for us without doing anything. So we are waiting. Universe provides, and you put yourself, in the waiting position, and you stay and waiting. This is not happening. You have to move yourself. The body, it's the greater symbol for the universe of your desires. If you are doing something, you are doing something. If you are not doing something, you are not doing something.
Guglielmo,
Yes,
I want to share a story very
please.
quickly in this section, because it is so beautiful what you have just shared about transformation, about the things that people recognize within themselves. And I just want to remind everybody that with Reconnective Healing, we don't ask what's going on with you. We don't want you to spin in your story and to allow that to be your focus while you're on the table receiving your session. We ask you to relax, allow for anything, close your eyes, and just notice and observe anything that shows up. And I had this woman come into my office, and again, I just invited her to ask questions, but I didn't ask what was going on with her. And so when she laid down, she had a very beautiful, soft, peaceful session. She had some registers, and I could observe what was going on vibrationally, just because of her eye flutters and some twitches here and there. Very soft. But as I asked her at the end, what was your experience? She said, I felt very warm and very hot in my pelvic area. And then she teared up and she said, I felt like I was being embraced, that I felt the most incredible love. And then it was like I was being held. And so that was her experience. And that's what I wrote down. And she left. And I didn't see her for a couple of years. And a training program in the Los Angeles area, she shows up and she's coming, she's going to attend. And she goes, I never told you what happened after that. And she said, I didn't tell you why I was there, but I had had very painful bleeding hemorrhoids. And it was extremely painful. And when I told you I felt warmth and heat in the pelvic area, the next morning when I woke up, it was as if I had a baby's bottom. Everything was completely gone. Everything was healed. And it was just so soft and wonderful. And I just had this tremendous love in my life. And I started to do things that I enjoyed. And so now, a couple of years later, I'm here to learn how to do this. But I follow her on Facebook and I watch as she goes about her life, really, truly enjoying her life for her, loving herself. And it might be that your greatest healing is to know the love for yourself. And that's what came from what I heard from you, Guglielmo. Thank you so much for sharing that. But it is a love for you that may be what shows up and transforms your life completely. So Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. So I would like also, after these starting points that we put all together, asking someone if he has any question about reconnective healing, what is it, how can work in his life, because I understand that sometimes there are some kind of expectation, sometimes uh, people don't understand immediately what is that because it's a complicated topic. So who has any question for us or has something to share with all of us? Anyone? I seen someone paying a lot of attention, like Richard, for example, like Tatiana. I see, I seen you. Zoom is permitting me to enter in your houses, and also Karsten. Who has a question for us?
I would. I
Caroline.
just wonder, uh, when you're doing a session, how long does it take? Is it a minimum time, or what do you do? I mean, you stay close to the person. What do you do in practice?
Let's describe a session, of course. Let's describe a session. For first, we have to say that a session, it's a conscious observation of the field. So when you observe a facilitator, a practitioner of reconnective healing moving the hands, is not sending energy like Iron Man in the Avengers, okay? It's feeling, it's observing. The hands are an organ of input, not of output. So this observation is permitting the phenomenon that I was describing before, that is the negative entropy happening. I will tell you something very important. Professionally, a session is 30 minutes of massage table. Okay. It is before you will have a briefing in which the practitioner will describe, okay, some of the important topics about the session, and then you will have a debriefing in which you will share with the practitioner what's happened during the session. During the session, you will be normally on a massage table, eyes closed. You don't have to undress anything, okay, including the metals, because frequencies of reconnective healing are not affected absolutely by metals. Okay, and the practitioner is working around you for 30 minutes. What can happen in your system? You can experience what we call registers, that are involuntary movements, especially of the eyes that are vibrating in a very fast way, but mostly you will be relaxed, of course, and you are having every kind of experience that the universe wants to provide to you. Okay, so some people is hearing more because they are more auditive, so they hear sounds or music. Someone is smelling, someone is tasting, someone is vibrating itself because it's more kinesthetic. Okay, and someone is not doing anything. Like me, I'm not having any kind of, let's say, theatrical register, but I am going so deep in the state of samadhi. So it's a kind of meditation that is going much further than the regular meditation, because my mind is totally and finally silent, thanks God, at least when I'm having a reconnective healing session. And but my consciousness is totally active, so you will experience the sensation of being one with the universe. That is honestly something that I wish to you, because it's absolutely amazing. The sessions of reconnective healing can be facilitated also by distance. Okay. In this case, you will have a phone call like briefing before. Then you will lay down in an armchair or directly in the bed, or in any case, somewhere that you are comfortable. Okay. And then you will do the briefing again with the phone. This is how looks like the session from outside. Okay. From inside, I can't tell you which will be your experience because it's very personal. It's just something that you have to try to understand. I can, like Eric is always telling us, I can tell you, I can describe so many times the taste of a pizza, okay, and how much is salty, how much is crunchy, etc., etc. But actually, it's the only way in which you can taste it is eating it. So you have to try it to have the full experience, actually.
And when you're attending like 2 days of training, is it 2 days, right? What is happening? I mean, what do you learn except being one with the one? Okay, but
Well, that is not something to be declassed. Okay.
no, but
It's
that's
not
why I'm
that
asking
something,
you.
of course. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, we are starting with the simple exercises to feel more the frequencies. So we are starting to train you to feel first, okay? Then we are passing through, so it's very practical. Cecilia, myself, the other instructors will be on the stage and we will teach you, of course, something verbally. Okay, then we will have the experiences at the massage tables. We have so many exercises. One exercise that I said at the beginning, it's simple
Guillermo, you're frozen? He's frozen, yes?
that are
Okay.
helping you to feel more.
Oh.
Then we are starting, let's say.
Okay, he's frozen again. Guillermo, I don't know if you can hear me, but you're frozen. I will just let you know, Caroline, that this is, we're going to go through many exercises. We are going to go one-on-one. We'll do multiple on one. We'll do holographic. We'll do distance. We'll do self-healing. You're going to have many opportunities to work with everybody in the room. We ask you to work with different people every time, so you recognize it's not just you and this one other person. It's you and everybody. Everybody is able to access these frequencies. Everybody is able to engage. And it doesn't work with just you and this one other person. We are one. So we want you to not just work with and play with the person in front of you and watch what's going on and be the observer for what's going on with you and this one person, but in your peripheral, we want you to see what's happening around the room. We want you to see how the other 2 people are engaging and the other 4 people are engaging. We want you to recognize the responses that are not only in front of you, but are in front of the other people as well. See that everything is perfect. You cannot do this wrong. However, you will have different experiences for yourself as well. Observe when you're on the table and this person or that person or the other person is working with you, how different that is. And it's not because one person is better than the other. It is because you are a new person each and every time. You are a new person because you are playing in these frequencies and you are expanding each and every time. You are shifting. So when you get on the table the next time with somebody else, it's going to be a new experience. So we want you to recognize, to not judge the practitioner. The practitioner is a catalyst, and you are receiving information, and what we are receiving is directly from God, love, source, and allow for all of it and the new you in every moment. So
My last question
Pardon me?
will be, because then I will have to go. When are you going to Montreal? When are you coming?
We were just in Montreal. We're going to be in Toronto in
Yeah,
November.
no, but I know, but I can't. So I want you to come to Montreal, please.
Okay. Okay, we were just in Montreal about a month or two ago, but we'll be back again because we love Montreal. But normally in Montreal, it's in French. Do you speak French?
Yes, I am French.
Okay, well, I could not hear your accent. It's beautiful. But yes, Caroline Lagauche is our French instructor, and she usually brings a program to Montreal. So to keep an eye on our academy sheet for the programs that are upcoming, and they will probably have one for the next year. But we were just there, so it's not going to be this year. Caroline, oh, there she is now. Caroline Lagauche. When will you be in Montreal next? Caroline Ning wants to participate.
Oh, yes, I would like to go next year. Yes, as soon as possible, of course.
Bon, moi,
So
je suis
we have no
française,
doubt that
alors je suis française, alors si vous revenez, c'est mieux. En français, ça va être bien.
D'accord, donc voilà, donc là je reviens de Québec, donc Montréal, ce sera pour l'année prochaine.
Ok, ben super, j'y serai.
Plaisir de te rencontrer. Oui, avec plaisir.
Merci.
Eh bien, avec plaisir. Là, je suis en voiture, c'est très compliqué. Je suis désolée.
Oh, non,
I am in
comprends
car,
bien.
Cecilia, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm glad you came in. Perfect timing. Good timing.
But I am already driving, so I have to. I have no, I have to close, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, you be
Yeah.
careful. Be safe. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Caroline.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
No,
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Caroline, the other Caroline.
I'm really I just wanted to say that Reconnective is a great thing. It helps me a lot. I'm doing the courses with the online courses, and I've had a session with Eric, and since then it's a beautiful change for myself in my life, and it's I just want to experience it more. So I will have a session with Jillian next week.
Great.
And I would like to, as I feel better, as I feel really comfortable in my life, I just want to experience more and be able to share it with others and be able to make people be as good as me.
Now, that's beautiful, Caroline. Where are you? Did you go away? There you are. Okay. Caroline, what we encourage
Yes,
and what
I
we're
can
going to
speak
share in the
Yes,
work
yes.
hold on just a moment,
Yes.
is that we don't place expectations on what the next person is going to experience or what we're going to experience from it.
Yes.
We want to be in a neutral place and allow for anything, because I don't know what is the most perfect thing for you. I didn't know what the most perfect thing for the person I described earlier was going to be. It's going to show up for each of us uniquely. And so we want to allow in the program weekend for us to release our expectations. And it's going to be very beautiful when we do the distance healing sessions, because it's going to show you, you're not in the room with them, you can't see them. And when we have these sessions, it's going to be very apparent how beautiful this part of it is. Okay, so that's going to be part of the weekend as well. We look forward.
Yes.
Hello, Elmo, welcome back.
Yes, I'm here. I had to connect by the phone because my Mac decided that there is no internet for him. We have to reconnect also my Mac. Well, let's find a way, Cecilia, to reconnect also objects, not just
Yes.
people. In any case, I heard that you described the training programs. I have a very special information for who is today online before my internet is falling again, because we are doing for 24 hours, just for 24 hours, a special discount of $250 or euros to the training program using the coupon code special 24, because it's just 24 hours from now. And we don't just offer the training program with the $250 or euros of discount, but we are also offering a session from myself by distance, of course, because it will be by distance. Okay, so, and the value of this session normally is 180 euros or dollars. So I think, and in any case, it's a prerequisite for the training program. So for just 24 hours, who is going to the website of Reconnective Academy, and for the training programs of London, of Toronto, and of San Diego is applying to the form and is writing special 24, well, you will have this beautiful gift. Plus, if you are deciding to remain the 4 days, the 250 are becoming 500. So really, I hope for 24 hours to see a lot of you that to enroll and to participate to our training programs around the world. So not Sydney, London, Toronto, and San Diego. Again, it's special 24, all in capital letters. So thank you, everyone. We already passed our hour of call. Thank you very much, Cecilia, to participate again with all of us. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, everyone. It's of the team that participated too. Very important to participate to this call, also to be able to share better and better reconnective healing. Anything else, Cecilia?
It's been just a great joy to be here. I see Caroline Lagauge was in here for a little while, and she's here right now. She raised her hand. We'd like to thank you for being here. Do you have something to say?
Yes, I wanted to add something for Cathy, because there is Rambouillet in 10 days, and it would be great for her perhaps to go to jump to the Rambouillet's course, you know?
Beautiful. Good idea.
So I don't know if it's possible to send it to her, because I think she left the here.
We will work it out. Thank you, Caroline.
Okay.
But thank you, everybody,
Thank
for joining
you.
us. So beautiful to see you. We look forward to seeing you in Toronto, San Diego, London, anywhere in Rambouillet. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.